Hello, everybody. So bad news, I got fired yesterday. I'd only been there for 3 months and I was in the middle of my second 90-day probation because they do 90 days first and then they promote you and put you in whatever position it is that they want you to be in, and then you get another 90 days. So I was about 2 weeks and 3 days into my second 90 day. I challenged my CAO because she was spouting a lot of crap that didn't make any sense. And I could tell that it wasn't going to go well for me, especially because she fired my friend the day before. My friend didn't do a great job in the meeting and was very aggressive, to put it mildly. I didn't want to do that, and I didn't. I was very calm, but I just kind of said, like, these are the things that I've been doing since I started. Everyone keeps talking about how amazing I'm doing, and I'm not being paid a living wage. And in the town that I live in, it's absolutely required. I'm literally going into debt every single month just to keep working here. This is my 4th month here and the 4th month in a row that I've gone into debt because I can't afford to pay my rent and my car payment based on what you are paying me. And you told me that I would get a larger raise and that if I wanted to, I could contact, well, I'm not going to tell anyone where I was working, but the point is there's another way to get information and to ask for more money. And I did, and that really angered our CAO, and I think she felt like I was going over her head, which I absolutely was not. I was just going on the advice of my supervisor and someone else who was also in power. They told me to do it, so that's what I did. And didn't go well for me because they let me go the next day. And I knew it was going to happen because I saw the HR lady there at 8 o'clock in the morning. She's never there at that hour. The CAO was also there way before 8, and she never is. So yeah, it was not good. It happened. I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't have a job at all, obviously. I applied to 3 yesterday, another one today. But here's the thing. I live in Canada on Vancouver Island in a very small town, like under 50,000, actually under 40,000. Average cost of a house here is just shy of 700,000 in a town of less than 40,000 people. The next largest town, which is about 75 to 85,000, somewhere around there, is an hour south, actually more like an hour and 20 south of where we are. So like 100 plus kilometers anyway. It's not a very nice town. Most people want to go 3.5 hours south because that's where the nice one is, the really nice one, the one everybody loves. Their cost of living is also insane, but they have a lot more job opportunities and a lot more rental opportunities. So here's the thing. I don't know if I'm going to get a job before the end of next month. I am going to try. I have a ton of skills. I'm going to do what I can. Sorry, I live downtown, so there's an awful lot of honking like that guy. Anyway, and yeah, so the one thing I've always wanted to do, and I've been given a couple of weeks just based on the amount of money that they were able to give me, and those couple of weeks will buy me some time. But anyway, the thing that I've always wanted to do is art. I love art. I have been spending the last year increasing my skills as much as I possibly can, practicing, trying new things, doing everything I can to make sure that I'm doing what I want to do. And so here is an example of what I do. Just this cute little stuff. Cute little flowers. You can see there's some other stuff on the outside that I had planned, although I just like it the way it is. So I think I'm just going to add a table color or background color of some kind that the flowers are sitting on and then leave it. I do lots of stuff like this. This is gouache. It's a type of paint. It's matte. As you can tell, there is no sort of shine or anything like that on there. It's just a really neat medium. I love it. It's beautiful and the colors are so bright. Look at this. This is such a happy painting. I made this yesterday when I got home from being fired because I needed something to brighten my day. And so that's what I did. I brightened my day. And I'm looking at it because I can't stop looking at it because it's just so damn cute. So what does this mean? Well, I don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't know what my options are. I will have enough money to last me until the end of March, possibly even into the middle of April, maybe late April if I really don't spend a single dollar on anything but necessities. And then that's it. I didn't have a chance to even save enough to give myself 6 to 8 months, which is what I was planning on doing, so I could launch my art business full time. So I can't apply for our employment assistance program here in Canada until I have been unemployed for 7 full days. So that's next Tuesday, and today's Wednesday. So as I said, I was fired yesterday, so I have to wait 7 days. Or actually, maybe I have to wait till Wednesday because technically I was still employed when I got to work at 8. They just fired me 2 minutes later. I don't know how that works. I'll look it up. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. I am terrified. I don't see how I could possibly eke out a living in the next several weeks, but I'm going to try, and I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to maybe look at doing some gig work, which I don't love, especially because I live in British Columbia and we are way overcharged for our vehicle insurance. And the number goes up exponentially if you drive for a living. And I just got an email from Skip the Dishes, who I did sign up to work for them because I really, really, really wanted to quit my job from 2 jobs ago. And I never did actually do any work. But then I got an email today from them saying, help join us in our fight against the BC government, because they're now changing it so that we can't pay our people as well as we could before, which tells me that they're probably introducing some sort of gig working tax that the company is not happy about. And I understand why. I mean, they need to make money just like we do. But I was kind of hoping that I could use that and get enough work during the week and then paint in between while launching my website and doing all that stuff until I could get off the ground and, you know, get a new YouTube channel started and all of that. Anyway, it hasn't happened yet, obviously, because I'm just starting it today. I have registered, I've done a name search. We have to do this weird business name search in BC. I don't understand, like, we pay these people, it's 2024, okay? It's March of 2024. Why do I have to pay $100 to pay someone else in the BC government to search on BC government websites they could easily make public to see if another business has the same name as mine? Like, have you people heard of Google? It's ridiculous. I just don't understand. Why don't they make it online? I would rather pay like $65 and do the search myself than pay $100 and have to wait several business days before this happens. And I'm not gonna lie, I think that possibly part of the reason that they decided to let me go is because they heard that I was trying to launch my own business. I kind of felt like I would be several years before I could go full time. So, and I never once told them that I would be leaving in a couple of weeks. Like, I was like, no, like, I'm here for the long term. So, you know, I don't know, maybe they heard that, maybe they didn't, maybe I'm just reading into things that aren't there. I don't know. The point is, it's terrifying and I don't know what to do. I do not like the insecurity of not having money coming in. It's awful. And in this province specifically, and also on the East Coast in Ontario, specifically Toronto and a number of other surrounding areas, the cost of living is insane. The average price of rent is around $1,480. And that's for an absolute piece of crap in a terrible area of town that is run down, mold infested, whatever you want to call it, or in a really unsafe area, with, you know, the type of people who also need cheap living and tend to be totally uncaring of how they're living. They will play music as loud as possible. They will have fights. The police will be there every day. Like, and because this town is so small, there's so few places that I can go. And yet my support system is here. My family, my adopted family are here. Everyone I love almost is here. And I'm not leaving because I need them to support me, not financially, but emotionally, while I get through this. So it's terrifying and I don't know what to do. I really don't. I know I keep saying that, doesn't make it any less true. I watched an awful video from an Australian woman with red hair. I can't remember the name of her channel, but YouTube must have been listening to me talk about how I got fired because her video popped up on my timeline and she was talking about how she was going to be homeless in a couple of weeks because her leasing agent or leasing company or whatever wasn't renewing her lease, and so she had to go. And yet Australia is also having an extreme rental crisis like we are in Canada, but also just specifically in BC, southern BC, I should say. Possibly even northern BC, I don't know, I don't live up there. But anyway, We've had a number of new buildings go up in the last couple of months, so you would think, oh, well, that's great. That'll give you more places to live. They're charging, there was one that I saw that wanted to charge $1,700 a month for 333 square feet. They call them micro suites, which is a horrible name because that just makes you feel like everything you have is going to be cramped into a tiny corner. What I have right now is just shy of 700 square feet. I can't imagine cutting that in less than half and having to live with all the stuff that I have here. I already feel like I am squished, and I don't even have hardly any furniture or hardly have any like dishes or kitchen appliances or anything like that. I just don't have much space. Like there's a bookcase behind me and some plants and a TV. This is my couch that I'm currently sitting on. And I have a table and chairs, and I think I'm probably going to sell the table and chairs, and maybe I can live off of that money for a couple of weeks. Maybe that'll pay my cable bill. I don't really know. I'm still in the middle of my 2-year term with the cable company, and I can't get out of it without paying. So that's great. I killed all of my subscriptions, including the Adobe one, even though they want to charge me another $60 to just have the pleasure of not having them charge me anymore. I never use those services anyway, so I don't know what the hell I'm paying for. But anyway, I'm not paying for them now. I still have to pay them out, but yeah, once that's done, that'll be nice. I'm gonna have to cut my cable off completely. I'm also in the middle of that contract. I have another, March? So I have until the end of May. And if I cancel before that, they're gonna fine me. So I'll have to see what is lower, the fine or paying the full $176 for a few measly channels and a fast internet connection. Welcome to Canada. And then if that doesn't work, I guess I'm going on EI. I don't want to. I really don't want to. I've never wanted to. They don't pay you enough to live to start with. And I'm really worried. I don't know where my groceries are going to come from. If anything goes wrong with my cat, I don't know how I'm going to pay for that. Like, she's 11 years old. She's not long for this world. I know that. So a little concerned about how that's going to go down. So anyway, I will link my website. It's called vanislewhimsy.com. I was going to go around and do all of the craft shows locally around here, but I would have to invest in a table. It's only $89. That's more than I have right now. And a white tablecloth, which, believe it or not, is an entry requirement for one of the craft shows around here locally. And that same table needs to be able to be moved because the other craft fair that's really close to me doesn't have parking. So I have to walk there, which is fine. But the table itself is not light, or at least the one I'm thinking I might have to get. But it's heavy enough that the wind won't blow it away. Also heavy enough that it's going to be a struggle to walk it the 2.5 blocks to get to this. And I have to pay $30 every single weekend just to be in the craft fair. And I don't know how well my stuff is going to do. I mean, look at this. It's adorable. The colors are bright. It's fun. It's happy. I think people will really like it, but I really like it. So maybe that's why I think that. Maybe I'm just dreaming. Maybe everyone is going to look at this and go, that's ridiculous. What are you, 5? Like, why are you painting that? I don't know. Maybe they're going to love it. I have no idea. I think it's so cute though. And I want to keep going with it. I want to keep painting things like this. I want to spend my time doing these bright colors and enjoying, how it makes people feel. I'm not going to charge an exorbitant amount of money, even for an original like this, because I think art should be accessible for everyone. And I would like to make a living off of it, but I'd rather do that by having a number of different income streams like everyone else in the art world. YouTube and AdSense from YouTube, and maybe brand sponsorships for the gouache companies, because my God, I love gouache. Or paper or brushes, or, there's so many facets of this world that I could be using to help me. Sorry, I just can't stop looking at this. It's so pretty. Anyway, sorry. And so I'm really hopeful. I don't think I'm going to solve my current income crisis in the next, 7 weeks, but I want to try. I really do. And anyway, if you're still here, I know listening to me, thank you so much. I will put all the links downstairs. I've got an Instagram account that I never put any words or anything when I upload anything on there, mostly because I just never know what to say. I haven't done any hashtags, but I will start filling those out over the next week. I'm going to launch my website. I haven't yet. So if you go to the domain name, it won't be there as of March the 3rd, the 5th, 6th, something like that. It's within the first week of March anyway. Wait a week and then try it again, and I should have it up and ready to go. Instagram is up right now, and I'm still waiting for my business license, which I can't get until the name search is done. And of course, I did that on Thursday, and it's now Wednesday, and I still haven't heard. I don't know why it's so hard to do a name search. It seems to me like it should be really easily solved. Maybe that's a good business idea. I don't know. I have no capital, so I can't do that anyway, but yeah, it's ridiculous. So I have to wait for that. In the meantime, wish me luck on my job search because, I'm going to need it. And if you want to buy any prints or anything like that, I will also link my Etsy shop once I have everything properly photographed, which is on the docket for tomorrow. And yeah, maybe I can figure this out. Maybe you can all come on the journey with me. Obviously, I'm closing down, or at least not going to update the Jen Buys a House YouTube channel anymore, because there's just no point. I'm never going to be able to buy a house in this country. I'm going to have to win the lottery, or all of my relatives are going to have to die on the same day, and I'm going to have to be bequeathed absolutely everything they have just to make it, to get like half a down payment. This country is killing me. Anyway, so yeah, that's all I got for you. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you like my art. I hope you have some comments on it. If you have some feedback, if you have ideas, I'm open to everything at this point. Thanks for listening. Bye.